Let's get to Patrick Mahomes.
Let's do it.
All right.
They suck.
It's real simple. There is no GOAT conversation with Pat Mahomes. It's over. Okay? I thought it was premature anyway. I do.
No, not just, yeah, sorry. Something really bad happened on the hoop game. My bad. Go ahead.
I thought it was premature because he wasn't even better than Joe Montana yet, and people were ready to crown him. And I'm not saying he's won 3 Super Bowls. I got mad respect for Patrick Mahomes. But this whole idea.
I don't know about mad respect.
I do. I have respect. But the idea that he was chasing Brady, and if he won this one, would you have to say that he's close to Brady or he's going to pass Brady? Or you said you would identify or recognize him ahead of Brady, right?
I said if he gets to 5,
all right,
we can start having like that for real conversation.
Here's my problem with it is that, and this was why I always said I would take Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, he's got the 3 Super Bowls, but Rob G, his numbers in the Super Bowl are atrocious, right? They just are.
Mm-hmm.
So along with winning the Super Bowls, which you get credit for, there's also a degree of how well you play in those Super Bowl games, right? We're just talking about Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he's fallen short, right? Of all quarterbacks, Rob G, with 3 Super Bowls, what do you got for me? Give me the numbers.
So, of all the quarterbacks to have at least 3 Super Bowl rings, again, there's a very short list. Patrick Mahomes has by far the worst touchdown-interception ratio. Number 1, of course, Tom Brady. His is 21-6. Joe Montana, actually, if you want to be really stickler, 11-0. His is the best. Troy Aikman, 5-1. Even Terry Bradshaw, who's taking heat on this show as recently as last week, 9-4. Patrick Mahomes, even after 2 garbage time touchdowns.
And you will admit that, right? Those 2 touchdowns at the end, those are garbage touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, that was just trying to save the
40-6,
score.
right?
Yeah.
And then
10 touchdowns, 7 picks for him.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
And his quarterback rating, Rob G, 86.9. Is that what it is?
That is correct.
I mean,
almost 20 points lower than his normal postseason QBR or passer rating.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that hurts him when you talk about Patrick Mahomes and this GOAT conversation. This loss is a huge loss for him. And here's the other thing. Now, Tom Brady was 3-2 in his first 5.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the scary part is, Brady went 9 years without winning,
mm-hmm.
and then won those 4 at the back end, which put him in rarefied air. Here's the problem. Patrick Mahomes isn't in the greatest shape. Would you agree with that?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I don't. Are you meaning he's Luka? is he out of shape? What you trying to say?
Rob G, he's got a dad bod going for him.
He's always had. I don't. But,
no, but
go ahead.
I'm trying to say where Tom Brady was with the training and being able to play till he was 45.
Yeah.
I don't see Patrick Mahomes playing to 45. That'd be 15 more years. Would you agree with that?
15 is that's a
30.
rarity. Yeah, I'm saying that's a rarity.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm more of the tune of the decade, meaning like I give him another 10, 12 max.
And there's a
15
chance
is crazy.
Andy Reid retires. Kelsey's about to retire. That's the feeling I get.
He might want to go ahead and just go ahead.
He
propose
looked
and move
terrible.
on in life.
He looked slow, terrible. I mean, for real.
Nah, I'm with you on that one.
So I think Patrick Mahomes was never ahead of Joe Montana in my eyes, even with the 3. Before yesterday. I'm not just trying to say, he lost, because he already lost before that. So it was 3-1, and he has 2 stinkers in the Super Bowl. 2. Patrick Mahomes has 4 really bad games, and 2 of them have come in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's 3-2. I think he's out of the GOAT conversation. For me, I've told you before, Joe Montana's my GOAT. Tom Brady would be second. For a lot of people, I get it. They pick Tom Brady. But there's no way Patrick Mahomes is in front of Joe Montana.
All right, so I think he hurt his chances for the GOAT last night. Do I think he's out of the race? Absolutely not. And often, really because of the stuff you just said. He still has another decade. Tom Brady was 3-5 at this point. I mean, 3-2 in Super Bowls. 3-2. And we thought that's pretty much it. Right? 9 years go by. You love to mention that. Well, guess what? After 9 years, he ended up winning another 4. That is crazy. He won another 4 Super Bowls. And that could very well happen too.
I do not see that.
But he does. But for me, he doesn't have to. I'm not out. Even in basketball.
Well, how could you say that? So what does he have to do?
I'm
I want to hear that.
Question.
I really want to hear that.
Wembanyama, who's like 20, let's say he plays a 20 years, whatever. He could potentially be the GOAT if he only has 4 or 5 rings. To me, it doesn't singularly just mean rings. That is a large component. But I need to know accolades. I need to know my eye test. What did I see? I need to know how you handled adversity. So to me, there's a bunch of things that go on when we're calling the GOAT. It's not just simply rings in any sport.
It's not just rings,
right.
But that's,
so
that's a big part of it.
As I said, it's a large component. Okay. I absolutely said that. So meaning you can't be the GOAT if Patrick Mahomes never wins again. For me, right? I said 5 when we talked about this on Friday. I believe it's out there.
If he finishes with 3, he's not in it. What GOAT conversation?
I'm agreeing. I said he can't be the GOAT. I said he has to have 5 on Friday. I said if he has 5, and I'm assuming that would lead to more great seasons, maybe another MVP or 2.
What if he has 5 and 2 more losses? So he won 5, but he lost 9.
So what would that mean? 5 and 4 or whatever? Yep. And I also saw.
I'm just giving you. You giving me 2 wins, and I'm giving you 2 losses.
And I'm saying, was I seeing him continue to be good to great? Meaning they weren't just like I was just along for the rides. Then we can have some talk. Meaning in between, let's say he got better, the team got better, he won another 2 MVPs. There are other components. Then yes, he can be consideration for me. Because when I look at what he's done this far, Rob, it's crazy. He's 29 years old, and the man has already won 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. He's 2-time All-Pro. Tom Brady was only 3. He's 2-time already. Tom Brady was obviously, I think, was 13-time All-Pro, if I'm not mistaken. 15-time All-Pro.
Not All-Pro.
Pro Bowl, 15-time Pro Bowls. He's already, obviously, at 6 for Patrick Mahomes. He's been an MVP twice. I mean, like, he's on the track, literally, to match what Tom Brady did. And another thing for me,
he's not on the track.
I don't understand how you're saying it. He's 3-2, just like Tom Brady was.
Because what Tom Brady did at the end is unheard of.
And he's been more prolific than Tom already. Tom got prolific later.
No, but you see the erosion of Mahomes' game. That's the part that I'm trying to say to you is that he hasn't gotten better with age. He's gotten worse.
Well, so
why would I believe that all of a sudden, 5 years from now, 5 years, he's going to be better than he is now?
Great question. Tom Brady, the GOAT himself, mentioned that during the broadcast. He said what a lot of people see is about numbers and about stats. He said when I've been watching him, what I understand, he said game management sometimes is a compliment for us quarterbacks. You all think it's bad. He said for us, because every game, every season, it's a different team and it requires something different from me. So this season I might have to be X. This season I might have to do Y. This season I might have to do Z. And he said he's been able to do that and get the job done. So to your point, meaning next season, he may say, I need to go back to throwing 4,500 yards and 35, 40 touchdowns. He may need to be there.
I don't believe that. Like that sounds nice. You can't tell me that Patrick Mahomes dummied down his game to have 16 interceptions.
I don't think he dummied it down.
No, but you're saying what they need. I don't believe that. I don't.
Here's what I'm saying, Rob.
I don't believe that.
If they get Tyreek Hill, who once had been winking and flirting,
this team was 15-2, and he got 0.
Right, because his numbers were crazy.
No, but if it's just not numbers and it's about managing the team
I'm saying
and doing the stuff that they need.
Crazy numbers, Rob.
No, but
Lamar Jackson's numbers were literally ridiculous.
I don't think that you're going to return to that, is what I'm trying to say. I think, and I said this, Rob, do you remember that Patrick Mahomes had plateaued? Didn't I say that? That was you. We can find the video. I'm dead sure that he plateaued. There was a point where I thought he was on his rise or whatever. I mean, and Chris was always the Jordan-esque. I bet you we would call Chris right now. There's no way after that performance could you call him Jordan-esque.
Right, but
could you? I'm asking you just the idea. I
still say yes because he's 20. That's a fair. Listen, I'm not mad at that, but I'm also not going to take one game. I'm going to say He has 9, 10 more years.
It's 2 bad games in the Super Bowl.
Dude, listen what he's done in the postseason.
No. I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
Right,
What's he done in the Super Bowl?
But in order to get to the Super Bowl,
No.
I have to be because you're literally ignoring what makes someone great.
No, but what makes Brady great is that he won 7 Super Bowls, not one playoff
because he had
game.
to be great in the regular season to get there.
But what makes him the GOAT to you is that he won 7, not that he won playoff games.
Rob.
So you got to stay consistent.
No.
That's what makes Brady great.
Rob, you're totally missing.
No, I'm not.
Or let me rephrase that. You're missing my point.
Okay.
It's not a singular thing. Michael Jordan didn't just win 6. He also was a scoring title.
Nobody
he also
cares
was an
about.
MVP.
I'm talking about the playoff
That
games.
all of adds to it is what I'm saying. When you're the GOAT.
How many playoff games did Michael Jordan win? I'm asking you.
What do you mean? I don't
know because you just talked about
but I'm
what Mahomes did to get
how
there.
Did he get to the playoffs?
But I'm asking you. Nobody knows those numbers.
You do. All I'm saying.
How many playoff games did Tom Brady win?
If Eli Manning won 5 rings, but he was the Eli Manning we saw in the regular season, you would have a different, like, oh, it was good, but he didn't win all those rings, or he was a part of a team. Well, it's not just about just the rings. It's also an eye test. Patrick Mahomes is doing things we literally never saw the first 4 or 5 years of his career. That's why people started having these conversations.
What did we not see other than the 50 touchdowns?
The passing we never see. Tom Brady ain't never in his life threw a no-look behind the back, flipping over his head.
Okay,
and
when have you seen that?
It.
Have you seen that in the last 2 years?
Well, he did one yesterday as well. So what I'm saying, that what made Jordan was because we never saw anything like Jordan. It wasn't just the rings. When you say these things, it's because Jordan was literally Air Jordan, flying through the air, switched his game, went from flying through the air to what? Posting you up. So I'm saying there are changes in your career, a la 50 touchdowns, a la 15-2, but not the most touchdowns.
There aren't enough changes when you don't get for the last 2 years.
He still has a decade. You can't tell me Tom Brady didn't win for 9 years and then tell me Patrick Mahomes has a decade and he can't possibly win more. That literally doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think he's going to win again.
That's fair, and I think he has a chance to.
I don't.